Salutations and welcome to the Nilfgaurdian Empire. What I have here today is my take on Usurper Officer deck. I'm calling this the Espionage deck because what I've done is I combine the Usurper Officer with Spies to see just how much pain we can inflict upon our enemies. So what I have here is Strategic Withdrawal. That's going to be just to play Usurper twice in round 3. I have Barthanus. He's there for the assimilate triggers because we do have quite a few spying units and quite a few ways to trigger assimilate, so he's going to be there to create a disloyal unit and trigger some assimilates along the way. We have Coup de Grace. Coup de Grace is going to be mainly used on either Joachim de Vet or Cantarilla. Coup de Grace can also be used on one of our opponent's best and highest units, which is really great, especially when playing against monsters and they drop down a 13-point monster and you're just like, well, I'm just gonna coup de grace that 13 points, take it for myself. Can be really fun, as well as coup de grace at a later stage, and Osrol is also pretty cool. Then we have Raymond. He's here just for one and one reason only. He's here to help us, to help the enforcers. If you have no enforcers, then he's a dead card. A little bit of a risk, but hey, I'm willing to take that. I've had some fun with him. We have Menno. He is here to help us pull Coup de Grace as well as Assassination if we need to. We have Vigo. Once again, more assimilate triggers, more ways to play the slow units or to generate maybe an Imperial Enforcer, a Mage Torturer. He's been great. We have Fergus here. Now, I've actually not had the best success with Fergus, and the reason for that is I found myself every time I have Fergus in hand, the Mage Torturer does what I want to, and that's just to give Coup de Grace a really good target. As well as, other than that, Fergus works well with the Aristocrats, but it's only additional 3 points, and I think there are some better alternatives. And by that I mean, I would, Glennis, she is really good. Those Cinder triggers really do pile up. And Urshan, he is such a cool new card that I actually might right now in this video just change it. So I was like thinking between the two of them. It's just it's sad when you have to put it down just 4 points in the start of a game. But honestly, I've really not had the best success with Fergus all around, so I'm actually gonna do this right now. I'm gonna make this change right here, right now, because I do believe that I've tried to play him well, but he just doesn't hit what I need him to hit. Alright, with that change in mind, we have Cantarilla. She's there for Coup de Grace and to steal some of these new cool cards from our opponents. Roderick, just there to help us with thinning, and also the fact that it's a Destroy unit. Experimental Remedy. It's always fun to dig around your opponent's graveyard, especially in round 3 when you have some of your own cards in there. Assassination, quick dealing. Ratassa, he's just here to create some spying units, which once again trigger assimilates, trigger the enforcers, and also help with the cupbearer. Now, I've used the cupbearer for assimilate once again, but also for purifying veil units. Been very helpful in that regard. We have the Imperial Enforcers, basically the other card that this whole deck is starting to revolve around. Mage Torturers, my new favorite card, hands down. I love this art. Actually, why? Wait. I swear I did have, this in premium. Let's check. There we go. This is it's amazing. Aristocrats, probably one of the best cards to have come out of this expansion. The fact that they receive 1 boost for every spying unit and then receive a boost whenever you play a spying unit is phenomenal. It means that you don't have to put it down at the start of a turn. You can put it down maybe in 3 turns in, and it comes down as a 7 and 8, which makes it very hard to remove. Dutch Informant, just to steal, trigger some more simulate units and steal some really cool bronzes. And then Mage Infiltrator, she's gonna help there to clean up units with the Enforcer. Sometimes you do just need a quick fix to a problem. I'm running Magic Lamp as my stratagem. I did think about running the color, but with so much Veil, I found it very hard to use in turn 1 unless I had the Cupbearer in hand as well. This is the deck. Let's get into some gameplay. Alright, we're just about ready to go up against Skellige, and by far
Too long
Skellige.
we have tolerated weak, sniveling emperors.
Yeah, man, too long. Anyway, Skellige is by far, I think, one of the most powerful factions at the moment. The cards they got are just insane. That Rapture ability has torn through decks like nobody's business. Okay, let's keep that. Let's keep. I'm gonna just drop. Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, and then Experimenter dominated. Okay, he's not running. This is not the Skellige deck that I've seen anybody run. Okay, so we're gonna start this pretty simply.
Beat the Nordling dogs until they beg for mercy.
Give it some protection, and then just from here on out, we're just gonna be playing for the next 2 turns Enforcers. They're here just to dominate the first round for us, and then in later rounds. Okay, that's perfectly fine. We expected that. That is one of the reasons why. One of the reasons why it's nice to have a 3rd Enforcer, because they can only have so much removal before they run out of it. That's also fine. We're just gonna
Target acquired.
I'm not going to worry too much about that. That boat is very annoying. I do want to get rid of it as soon as possible. Could have also played the Informant here, but it's fine. I do want to get down my next Enforcer as soon as possible. Just by getting rid of that, we cancel most of his Bloodthirst triggers that he might have, and just makes a little bit easier for us to play out our strategy. Okay, that's perfectly fine. Very straightforward.
You've helped me, but that entitles you to nothing. Don't get any grand ideas.
Okay, and then next turn is where we're going to start looking for the parcel. Okay, like for instance,
lopped off 3 heads with 1 blow.
here's something really cool.
Her Grace will not be pleased.
Alright. Now it's in Skellige's turn. What can you do? You need 23 points in 2 turns. And I love that. By the way, this is the second time I pulled this off. The Duchess Informant into stealing an Ancrate Greatsword and then just murdering anything on his side of the board. It is so much fun. Ooh. So we know he's running Devotion.
What's 3 hours in the arse? A pinprick! That's what!
So do we think he can put 16 damage in the next turn? Not even damage, 16 points in the next turn. Because I've got some really good cards, but nothing here synergizes with my board at the moment. So the other thing I could do is I could minnow into Coup de Grace. And then play that. I don't know, it's very difficult. I don't see him pulling this off here. I really don't see him pulling this off here. He needs 16 points this turn, otherwise he's gonna call a card down. I don't. Scatic can definitely do it, but yeah, it was never gonna happen. All right, so pretty easy and straightforward round one. Get our usurper involved there. Ooh, another really good hand. Don't need both. Ooh, my word. So, I have an idea. So my idea here is, because we are on even, we could play the general. No, but then play the general. I was gonna say play general, put him back in our hand. But then next turn when he evolves, you'll lose the 2 boost time, and then play Urshan on top. So that'll be 6, 10, 11 points. Let's just play.
He's up to something. We ought to be up to something too.
Let's play this, and then we'll see what he does. Because what we can do next turn is pretty insane.
Cut my paws off, I bite you to death.
So here's what we can do this turn. We can either pass here and guarantee last save. But if he is running a greatsword build, we want to just give him as short a round as possible. Let's do this. I want to just see.
Give me she who is my destiny. Give me Pavetta.
I'm gonna push. I'm gonna really push him here, and then I'm gonna purify this. We'll end up purifying this probably this turn.
God is freer!
Okay.
Meat is best served bloody, bathing in its juices.
And that's it. He just got 7 points. I mean, he's got 6 plus the 1 armor, so he will absorb. So he's got 7 points. His 7 for 7 just happened because he got 2 here, 4 points, and then 1 armor is gonna absorb 1 point of damage. Also, another fun thing you can do is you can mage torture the Arjof and then coup de grace. It's so much fun.
The goddess protect you from all evil!
Does he play? So here now he has to go down a card. Do I feel like I've done enough? Anything I play now just starts boosting his cards. We can always mage torture the Covenant and then coup de grace. I feel like I've done enough. I don't. Let's do it.
I need not spill blood to make you suffer like me.
Let's do it. Let's have some fun here. Like, the worst that can happen is we end this round with 1 card in hand and uneven. And even with that, like, it'll just, it's an insane amount of points. With strategic withdrawal, playing the Emperor twice is, I think, 26, 12 plus 8, yeah, it's 20 points.
Put him in chains. He's a keeper.
Okay.
A clever maneuver.
Don't see a gap in their armor.
There we
Make
go.
one.
So now I think what I want to do is I honestly think we're gonna play all the way. So I'm going to Brothinus, the Uncreate Longship, and then play the Aristocrat, and that's fine. Doesn't do anything.
I'll smash your mouth!
Actually,
Shut the fight, you bastard!
My loyalty is to Imperial coin, not to the face depicted thereon.
Just a peek. That is all I need.
that is actually pretty good. That's then we'll play the Aristocrat and we'll swap him over, cure his curse, and depending on how our opponent ends the round, I might 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Make sure we have enough space for everything.
Nay, I will not bend my neck for that cripple.
Do this.
Has a nice ring to it, has it not?
Once again, I was going to flip this over, but rather than get one more point, because if I do want to push to the final card, I can then just choose to.
Uncrate!
Well, that made my decision very easy.
The more I drink with our forefathers!
Also, this should have been played in the background. That definitely should have been played here. If he was always play, because he missed out on 3 points there. Okay, I think we have this in the bag. Like, Skellige is really powerful this expansion, but I don't see him throwing down 20 points right now. And Cooped and Cantarilla. Let's just see something. I mean, I don't want these guys. I don't want. Okay. Okay, so yeah, this is this is going to be it. We're gonna now just proceed to completely and utterly obliterate our opponent and just destroy him, because the Nilfgaardian Empire bows down to no man. Okay. This is the actions of a man who's clearly given up.
Abdicate, old fool, or prepare to suffer and die.
Come back.
Time to wash this blood from my hands.
Yeah, and then we're going to just leave it as it is, because what we're going to do next is play Vigo might be able to spawn. Oh my god. Might be able to spawn faster than Aristocrat, which is going to be boosted by 4, so it'll be 5 points. If our opponent does play a tantalizing bronze unit, we'll maybe think about grabbing an infiltrator. Oh, we have a lot of options here. We just have way too many options. Oof, buddy, that's not enough. That is unfortunately
The senses
just
can be
not
fooled
enough.
easily.
Do I have? Okay, I do actually have quite a few more simulate triggers, so I'm gonna just.
I know the truth. I simply want you to admit
So
it.
having seen that we're not gonna get distracted, I can now safely pull everything to my side of the board. The reason we just kept the operatives on that side of the board is in case we did draw an aristocrat. That was a free. Some free points there for us. Now we can even coup de grace the Wild Boar of the Sea, but we're definitely not gonna do that.
Let us see.
Okay.
We'll turn the sea red! Red!
That's what I mean. The Cantriller is insane, and now that you can play her twice, it's phenomenal. Before coup de grace was a thing, I would sometimes run Blue Dream just to grab Cantriller from the opponent's graveyard and play it again.
A raid's a raid. Matters not whose village we pillage.
Well, unfortunately, that doesn't mean anything because
No one can hide from me.
and yeah, let's get that. And that's the might of the Nilfgaardian Espionage Empire. We do not fight on the front lines. We fight in the shadows. Alright. As you can see, I am still very low rank. I haven't been playing for the last 2 seasons. I've been playing exclusively Arena, but with the expansion out, it is time to get back into it. Get into that arena. Whip some scum. Some non-Nilfgaardian scum. Okay. Nothing? Come on. Don't do this to me. I want to whip. I want to whip some non-Nilfgaardian. There we go. There we go. Let's do this. Come on. Let's see. And then okay, Scoia'tael.
I shall make Nilfgaard great again.
So, I played one game against Scoia'tael so far, and I'll be very honest, they wiped the floor with me. It was a massacre of note. You are staying exactly where you are. I'm gonna keep the mage infantry just to get rid of the stupid ass tree ends that come up everywhere. I can afford to. Well, okay, we're gonna just drop both of those. We'll just open up
Down with tyranny. Yes,
with
that's the right shout.
aristocrat here. And the next turn I will play down an enforcer. But all these Scoia'tael decks now do run what's it called? The deal 5 damage nature something, I believe. Okay, one. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 4, 5. So 6 elves, 3 spells. So if we play this, then we get 1, 2, 3 triggers.
Give me she who is my destiny. Give me Pavetta.
I'm thinking, because now we know he's got 6 elves in hand. Moving Persian to ranged will prevent him from transforming, but won't prevent him from giving other units +1. That's fine. If he does decide to place something in the range row, I will then assassinate the Vanguard. It's the most... You can get 6 for 5. You take 6 for 5.
Special prize, just for you, love.
With that... So let's just get rid of that.
As good as dead, that lot.
So that means there is now elves and 2 other cards. 2 other non-elf cards.
I never miss.
Nilfgaurd!
I want to put a second engine down, so if he does remove this this turn, at least, yeah. So he will.
For you to die, Dwan.
That's fine. Just do
A secret compartment.
this
Delightful.
and this, and we'll do this because I am worried about more removal. Also, now we know there's only one other non-elf unit in hand. Yeah. So, what is this?
Every fortress has a weak point.
Let's play aristocrat here.
He's up to something. We ought to be up to
I
something.
don't want to
too.
commit anything gold if I don't need to just yet. If he does decide to push a little bit further, I will commit Vigo. I'll rather keep Brothen's for later round.
I'm so tired.
Interesting. Do I think he can push? He can pull off 8 in the next turn. Also, I mean, he did remove the spy trigger. I have nothing to purify, nothing to boost. All of these are. Well, I can just replay this with coup de grace. This minnow is just there to, and then put coup de grace back. Do this. I'm just gonna replay this. I
Do you
don't.
honestly think you can catch me? You fool!
Also, I don't want him to have too many elves on the board. So I think that's the best play. I think here we're gonna stop. I don't see him in 2 cards now. Catching up to us. I'm just thinking. There's nothing Skelter can do in 2 cards. Gonna need like what? 19, I believe? 19 to catch up. Yeah, there's nothing there. Alright. That's a great start. So now we have to be careful. Now, what I usually like to do is when I play the Usurper, I will. I want to keep you. I'm gonna. There's nothing worthwhile. I'm trying to think like what could he be playing, and I don't know what deck this is. The only thing I can think of is it's a Deadeye deck, and if it is a Deadeye deck, I should really push because they thrive. They thrive off that really long round. And if it is that, then the best thing to do right now. Actually,
Not bad at all.
thank you for just reminding me to do.
Come on.
Let's play Vigo.
If not an illusion.
So we're gonna play Vigo here.
Nesetrach Ame.
Because once again, I have between my hero point alone
Another mistake.
is 20. This is 20 points.
Rokalon cares for its children, as do I.
Okay. I can just destroy those two, but it's not a priority. I can. No, I do. I want to do this for the assembly triggers.
Your name, young man, demands you be cursed into an urchin.
And also, so my other thing is, I can destroy those two, or I could just boost my body over here by 6. And I think that's what I'm gonna do.
Please wait, Your Excellency. I'm falling behind.
I'm just gonna put him out of, make him a little bit harder to kill, because what I'm about to do here is, I am going to make his life quite difficult. Another thing is, the devotion triggers. When you stealing cards from your opponents, any cards that have devotion, battlecry abilities, they work. They work, because doesn't...
Right, fine.
The devotion trigger does not care
I
whether
know the truth. I simply want you to admit
the cards
it.
are all Nilfgaurd or whether cards are all Skellige. It just cares that there's no neutrals in the deck, which is beautiful because I've had some fun stealing some great devotion cards from our opponents. So let's give this an option. We can we'll be able to either steal Ethlin.
You annoy me.
Do this.
Let us see.
I shall not fail.
Yeah.
Wrong. Another mistake.
I'm gonna once again just go ahead and remove that from the game. And then we can either...
For the daisy of the valley!
Well, look what we have here. I was gonna coup de grace, maybe grab this because it's gonna be quite a while. I was gonna coup de grace the Cantarilla, so coup de grace.
Barbaric creatures, these humans.
It's
Of
just,
another world.
I think that's just insane. Imagine we could just return this back to our hand and have them both evolve for the third round. That would be magnificent if... Like, we expected that, that's fine.
I must.
But he's still one short, and that's what we pass. Oof, one short. And you can now, he can play whatever he wants to play.
We're not the ones to stop this.
It doesn't matter at all.
For the daisy of the valley!
Alright. The Nilfgaardian Empire is about to dominate the Scoia'tael scum. Okay. If we get some decent cards. These two go together. You are useless. You are useless. Okay. That's not... It's not too bad. It's
Your
not great.
tricks will not save you, Dwar.
Let's see. I've got
Please,
I've got no agents, so I'm not forced to play the Emperor first, and I've got a rock toss, so depending what it does, I can just toss that. We'll kill it with the Cupbearer, and then just play 20 points.
If I'm to die, I'll do so sword in hand.
Because he just played 9. Okay. That's 9 cute points. What else can you do, buddy? Oh, okay.
My heart holds no forgiveness for traitors.
Okay, well, yeah, we'll just do that. It's fine. And at the moment we are ahead. We are currently sitting on 29. 29. He's on.
Right-head Sparley!
I thought you. Why didn't you try to save that?
Meat is best served bloody, fading in its juices.
I wonder why I didn't play that on the other side too. He just lost 2 points. And I was sitting on 38. I'm waiting.
Nothing more. All I do for the Empire.
Peace! Yeah! That's what I'm talking about! And that's that. That's the Espionage Nilfgaurd deck. Man, I've been having so much fun playing it. As you can see, it can do some really cool things. Keep in mind that I'm at a relatively low level, but I'm sure I'm going to get up there with this soon. Otherwise, I hope this was cool. Everybody out there, have fun. Peace out.